Yes, so confidence is nothing but the knowledge, and knowledge comes only by delving yourself into completely that particular subject, by reading, by nowadays internet is available and it is not that expensive, so anybody can afford it. Using the internet to the best of the advantage to enhance knowledge, and thus anyone can increase their confidence, but it requires a lot of hard work in terms of gaining those knowledges by the books, by internet. One has to work really hard.
तो हमारे जो स्टूडेंट है वो इंटर्नशिप में जाते हैं, जैसे इंडस्ट्रियल ट्रेनिंग, ऑन जॉब ट्रेनिंग, अप्रेंटिसशिप ट्रेनिंग, तो ये सारे जो ट्रेनिंग्स में ये लोग सीखते हैं, मतलब आप लोग क्या चाहते हैं, मतलब क्या क्या चीज के ऊपर वो लोग सीखे, सो दैट कि ये दे कैन अप्लाई एट द टाइम ऑफ देयर जॉब इंटरव्यू.
Alright, the first thing that we expect from students or from freshers, that they should be groomed well. The grooming has to be proper, because in 5-star hotel, in any department you are in, let's say though you are in an admin department wherein you do not have to interact with any of your clients or guests, still you have to be groomed. Whether you are in kitchen, in engineering, in front office, or in sales and marketing, or in HR for that matter, one has to be completely groomed as per the hotel's guideline. Now, second, if I am specializing in front office or in housekeeping or in kitchen or in F&B service, at least some knowledge about that particular topic, that particular subject. I should know what am I expected to do in housekeeping. It should not be a complete contrast, rather a surprise that, oh my God, I know I would say at the time of interview that I like housekeeping department, but I don't even know what housekeeping entails. So certain knowledge, I don't expect somebody to know about their subject everything, but at least something about that, at least knowing how that department works, that knowledge and grooming. That's it. With that mindset, if anybody comes, anybody can be trained. Anyone can be trained, right? That training, the trainable, the quotient of trainability is there in every student. But these two things has to be there. Grooming, the sense of grooming has to be there, and knowing their particular domain, that has to be there. These two things. When they will be doing their on-the-job trainings or their apprenticeship or their IT for that matter, they would have hand-on experience about all the other departments. Right? During IT, all the other departments. During OJT or apprenticeship, about a particular or specialized department. Now, that will have a very pragmatic approach. They will do it. So the best way to learn something is you do it. Right? You learn the theory part. Now you do it in practical. And now you will learn it completely. So the practicality, hotels are there. All the exposures will be given. They will be given even responsibilities to perform on their own. They would be given sufficient time and training to learn it during their IT, OJT and apprenticeship. But these two things, that has to be there prior to coming into a hotel as an intern. Grooming, the sense of grooming, and knowing about their subject. These are the expectations. Like, I don't have any other expectations, right? Language can also be learned. Language can also be brushed up, right? Nobody can say that they have learned everything in their languages, right? It is ever evolving. Words are going to get coined every year, every month. People would learn it. But these two things also talks about someone's attitude, right? If I'm lackadaisical in my approach when it comes to grooming and the knowledge about my own topic, then this industry is not for them. Right? The rest, everything can be taught. everything can be taught. But these two things talk about attitude, and that brings altitude in anyone's character.
What is cross training? We can see.
I beg your pardon, couldn't hear you.
Yes, sir. Like, what is cross training in hotels?
So cross training that we do it here, and I've seen it in other hotels as well. There are two kinds of cross training happens, right? In one cross training, one is inter-department, one is intra-department, right? What happens? Let's talk about intra-department first. Again, I'll give you an example of a department, let's say front office, and I will also give you an example of kitchen. Now, what happens in front office? Somebody who joins as a fresher, he or she should not be working at the reception immediately or at the front desk. They will be taught how to handle telephone calls. They would also be taught how to handle business center. They would also be taught, and this requires some time. Like, I started my career in front office, and I was in communication center where people used to pick up calls for a year. I didn't even know anything about reception or any other sub department of front office. Now, what happens in intra-department? Now, what we do, we teach, or rather we train an associate who is a fresher about all other sub-department of a department. And it does not start immediately. It starts after 3 months. So 3 months they stay in a department, and all the necessary trainings which are required for an associate to learn about the company, those are given. Like when somebody joins, the orientation happens, the employee orientation or the new hire orientation, we call it in Radisson, welcoming the moment makers. In the orientation, we tell about the company, we tell about the hotel, we talk about various offerings of the hotel, we talk about various learnings of the hotel. The head of the department comes and talk about and gives an overview about the department. We do a property show around. So nothing is new to the new joiner, right? Then when the new joiner comes, she should not feel being secluded, or I'm new and I don't know who to approach. So these are done within 15 days or 2 weeks when somebody joins. Within a month, we do the Yes I Can training, which is the service culture training and it also let them earn a certificate from the corporate. They get a Yes I Can certificate from the Radisson Hotel Group. So these are the trainings happen. So there is a 30, 60 and 90 days plan. Those are there. They're also given certain information about the department. Now, after 3 months into the system or into the department, now they are taught about intra-department. When the person is completely settled in the hotel, they are taught about other sub-department. So now this is intra-department. They are a front office associate who is in a communication center. He's taught about concierge. He's taught about travel desk. He's taught about guest relations. He's taught cashiering. He's taught front desk. He's taught bell desk, all such things. So this is intra-department. Now, in cross-training, there is something happens in inter-department. Now, inter-department happens after taking the consent from that particular associate, right? So we call housekeeping and front office together accommodation department. So now this is completely by the consent of that particular associate that, hey, listen, we are also going to train you on housekeeping, or on a housekeeping staff. We will offer them, hey, listen, we are going to teach you something about front office. Are you up for it? Right? And if they are, and if they are head of the departments, approves it, allows it, then we do an inter-department training. Now, mind you, sooner or later one has to learn about other departments, right? So we also create a culture where people feel it as a privilege to learn about other departments. By learning about other department, one thing that comes to someone's mind, that a word we call or use in our industry a lot, empathy. So what happens when you work in a particular department, you don't learn about other department. You only know about your particular job. And everybody thinks, and It happens to everybody. It happened to me also. That everyone thinks that their job is the most important job, and they are only working. The rest of the other world are faffing around. They are not working. Right. Once you wear the hat of another department, that is when you realize how difficult it is for the other department to perform, and how much grit and diligence are required. And it creates a sense of empathy in the employee's mind, that oh my god, so much of work is there in that department as well, and I used to think only I used to work. So we create a culture where people feel privileged to go into other department and learn their department, and learn empathy thusly. So, and that is how we drive culture in our hotels, by giving them intra department and inter department, thus answering your question as cross departmental training.
सर ये क्रॉस ट्रेनिंग से स्टूडेंट को सॉरी मतलब एम्प्लॉइज को ग्रोथ अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिलती है जैसे प्रमोशंस?
बहुत ज़्यादा promotions. See, it is again very subjective. Though we work in a team, but everybody has to be an individual contributor, right? When it comes to promotion, it doesn't happen that if there are 5 associates, everybody will be promoted to an executive level after 2 years or 1 year, right? You have to really perform. You have to really outshine, right? You have to really come up to that level of performing, where people would notice your performance, your hard work, right? There isn't anything as such as smart work. Your hard work becomes your smart work when you do it for 5 years. People say, oh no, there is this hard work, there is this smart work. No, you have to work hard, and you will become smart in 5 years, and then you call it a smart work. But initially somebody has to work hard. So that's about it.
बहुत अच्छा लगा सर आपसे इतना सारा नॉलेज मिलके। तो आई एम श्योर काफ़ी सारे स्टूडेंट जिनको बहुत कुछ पता नहीं था होटल इंडस्ट्री के बारे में, काफ़ी सारे व्यूअर्स जो आना चाहते हैं इस इंडस्ट्री में, उनको काफ़ी नॉलेज मिल चुकी है इस पॉडकास्ट से। सो प्लीज़ गिव अस योर व्यूज़, कमेंट्स, एनी क्वेश्चंस about this podcast. Our contact numbers, email IDs are featuring here. So thank you so much, and now we will conclude this session, sir. So anything you want to tell to our students, our viewers, so that they can also have a motivation to join this industry?
Well, one thing that people talk a lot about hotel industry, and people get carried away by listening to all such myths that okay, this industry requires your family time, you would not be able to enjoy festivals, you won't be able to work 9 to 5 or 9 to 6 jobs and all. See, these all are myths. It is all it all depends on individuals, right? How they are shaping up themselves. See, I say it in this way, that in your initial career, you work hard, you don't look at your clock or your watch. You work for 10 years and you will see a result, and the rest of your life will be, you don't even have to think of anything, right? Your family will be taken care of, you will be able to take care of your family, you will be taking care of your friends also, not only family. You will have time for your friends, right? And you'll be able to manage yourself really well. But the initial years would be little difficult, and I think it happens to all other industries, right? Even people say that it's 9 to 6 in corporates. No, sorry, it doesn't happen there also. There are times wherein you have to stretch your timing. It is how you manage yourself. In corporate, though it is 9 to 6, again, let me tell you, though it is 9 to 6, if you cannot do your job by 6 o'clock, you have to stay until 8 o'clock. If you cannot finish it up by 8 o'clock, you have to stay until 10 o'clock, right? But you have to finish off your job. Same here, right? You just need to understand how to manage yourself, right? But again, having said this, I would not shy away from this particular thing, that no, it does not require hard work. No, it does not require long hours. It requires hard work. It requires long hours. but it is not for eternity, right? You have to do it because, see, even in your job, in your career, you learn certain things, right? Colleges, universities, they teach you discipline, they teach you grooming, they teach you, they change your outlook, right, towards looking at the society. Job teaches you how to manage yourself, because once you are on, even once you get a job, you are on your own, right? You are earning money. Now people will have expectation from you. All of a sudden, from from being the guy who for smallest of the thing goes to their parents to get me this or get me that, you start thinking of saving money, because now you are earning it yourself. You will understand the value of every single penny, and that would also let you realize how difficult it was for my parents to get us anything when we ask for, right? So these all things you learn during the initial years of your career, and these are the most important learnings, right? You also learn hard work, so you become a little empathetic towards your family members, right? When I was growing up, when I was a kid, I used to think that my dad has a magic wand, and whatever I used to ask, he'll present it by just doing abracadabra, but it doesn't happen. And that you realize when you do your job, right? So initial years, you have to work hard. Working hard also makes you humane. It also makes you humble. You learn humility. Earning money also makes you responsible, right? You do it for, let's say, 5 years to 7 years, and then you will see the world becoming your oyster, and you could enjoy your life. But again, you have to learn to manage yourself. That's it. These two things, or these certain things that people have to understand, that certain things are there, but not forever, not for eternity. These things will slowly go hard. You work hard for 5 years, you will become smart, right? And you keep on working hard, you become a smart worker. Now after spending 5-7 years, you will earn money and life will be good. But for that, you have to work really hard those 5 years. That will create another 25 years of the life that you probably have been looking for. That is what I could say.
वेरी एनरिचिंग स्टोरी सर, एंड आपने जैसे ग्राफ को समझाया स्टूडेंट लोगों को, तो आई एम श्योर पता ही लग गया कि कैसे आपको प्लान करना है आपके करियर को।
डेफिनेटली।
एंड ये जो इनिशियल स्टेज का स्ट्रगल है, ये हर एक इंडस्ट्री में होती है, ये होटल इंडस्ट्री। एंड राइट नाउ तो आई कैन फ्रॉम द वेरियस ग्रुप्स, आई थिंक योर Radisson also trying to approach the overtime payment scheme for the employees.
Yes. But more than anything, we don't appreciate overtime, right? More than anything, though overtime can be compensated, but it is not something which is appreciated. Right. Your family time cannot be compensated with money, right? So if the company tells me that, okay, I'm going to give you this amount of money, you don't have to take care of your daughter, you don't have to play with your daughter, sorry, I do not. No money can compensate that. On a Sunday, I will go home and I will play with my daughter the entire day, right? And if a company tells me that I'm going to compensate it, no, it cannot be compensated. So money cannot compensate everything, right? It can be a motivational factor, but then motivation does not stay for a longer period of time. Something has to be inspirational, right? What can be inspirational? When you manage your own time and you teach others how to manage time. So that work is not life, work is a part of life, right? Do not make work as your life. It's a part of life. Exactly. And there are other people also who look up to us, right? Our family members, my wife, my daughter, my mom, my dad, my friends, they look up to us, and we also have to do some certain thing for them. It's not only that I am enslaved, I'm attached to only the company. You can be attached to your work, you can develop yourself, but it's okay, fine. At a certain point, you have to let go of everything, and you have to go back to your family, and you have to give some time to them, and you have to enjoy the personal time. they also expect a lot of things. The company expect a lot of things from you, so your family. So this balance is required, and this balance is called work-life balance. But there is nothing called work-life balance. It's all balancing how you're balancing yourself. That's it.
Thank you so much, sir. It was really a nice session with you, and we'll surely connect with you once again for some different
Definitely, it's a
topics
pleasure.
of hospitality. Okay. Thank
It
you.
is a pleasure being in the podcast, and the discussion was really, it helped me cast my mind back and recalling so many stories that was there in my mind. It was really, really, really enriching, as you said. Thank you so much for organizing this online podcast.